Now on the APEC VIP hotline, cutting-edge training for the serious athlete, apecgo.com. Joining us now, the head football coach of the Henderson Lions, Dickey Meeks. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, Bryan. How are y'all?
Doing well. Thank you very much. Congratulations on a 24-14 win over Bullard. Talk a little bit about how you grounded and pounded those guys this past weekend.
Well, we played pretty well. Our offensive line played good. Our defensive line played good, and we were able to run the ball, and that's a pretty good deal there when you kind of control the clock and all too.
Yeah, no question about it. You had 386 yards or so rushing, and talk about the performance of your running back, Diamante Wright.
Diamante's played well, and he's gotten better each week. Diamante has been with us for a couple of years, but he had to play behind Jay O'Neal for 2 years, so he didn't get as many carries, and so he's just been kind of progressing as we have, this year, trying to find some new guys in certain places, and he's really played well and hadn't turned the ball over. That's the biggest thing.
And tell me how Patrick Brown got the nickname Monster.
Well, that's different on who you ask, but that's all I've ever known him as, and his teachers call him that. I mean, it's not like it's not his name. That's what he answers to. And he says that when he was little, he just looked like a monster, so they started calling him Monster. So,
how do you feel about where your football team is right now with the record you got right now, and going into the Kilgore ball game now?
Well, I think we're playing better. We lost a couple of games. We lost one by 1 point, one by 2 points, just by not taking care of our business when we needed to, and make our record look better. But in district wise, we've played pretty well, and we got a big test this week with Kilgore. Of course, that one is that game there, whether it's in district or out of district, is always a rival game for us in Kilgore. So I look for it to be a great game.
How do you deal with the pressure of being in that district when there are only 3 teams going to the playoffs, and you got 5 probably that are good enough to go to the playoffs?
And that's true. To me, and you saw it coming last year when realignment came in February. You knew it was going to be there, and then you see a team like Gladwell come up and play really well early in the year and say, well, now there may be another one. But I think you just have to play the games one at a time and see how it shakes out, because there's still a lot of football to be played in this district. Kilgore plays us, and then Gilmer, and Gilmer has to play Bullard this week, and then Kilgore. So there's still a lot to be played.
Talk a little bit then again about the facing Kilgore now. This is kind of a new matchup again. You guys used to play each other back when everybody was in 4A. What's it feel like to have that rivalry renewed with stuff on the line again?
Well, with it on the line, that's true. Of course, we've played them non-district the last couple of years, but it's a little bit different when the game is a district game for you and all. But really, with us and them, I don't think it really matters. I think it's going to be, it's just going to be a slugfest anyway.
And how do you match up with them this year compared to years past?
Well, when the last couple of years where we've had a little success with them, of course, we had a great quarterback in the air attack, and we're a lot more of a ground team this year. So, we'll see. And their strength is their defensive front and their linebackers. So we're going to have to do a really great job this week. And
they love to ground and pound too. So we're looking at a 2-hour ball game.
Well, I don't know, but our games have gotten over a lot earlier this year from us doing this. I know that for sure.
You like that better?
Well, if you win, it doesn't matter.
I'm curious, so are you starting to see a tilt back in football toward more of the dominant running game, eat the clock, kind of keep the other guys off the field, or are still the majority of teams you play and still liking to run that spread and put as many points on the board as possible?
Well, I think I think what you're seeing is the teams that have the quarterbacks and receivers stay with a lot of the spread stuff, but we're not where we can recruit those guys. We have to take what comes here. So sometimes you have those quarterbacks and receivers, sometimes you don't. And I think you just have to be able to adjust your offense to put whatever you have.
And as long as you've been coaching, which style do you prefer?
I just like the one that wins. It really makes no difference to me.
So if you can put 60 on and give up 30, that's fine, right?
It doesn't matter as long as I got one more than they do.
Well, Coach, I sure do appreciate you guys talking to us. We wish you the best of luck when you take on Kilgore. That ought to be a heck of a football game this weekend.
Well, I appreciate it, Bryan. Thank you.
All right, good talking to you. Dickey Meeks, the head football coach at Henderson, on Bryan Houston Sports Radio Live on 99.3 Talk FM.